Okay, so just to recap, it's inversely proportional and it says find a formula. Now, recap what we said before. The inverse means 1 over k squared. So we've got k over k squared. Now you have to find the value of k and put it back into the formula, and that's your complete formula. Now, just to confirm that what they are not accepting is if we just write the 1 over q squared thing. That is not a formula. That does state P is inversely proportional to, but it's not considered a formula. All right, you have to write this out, find the value of k and put it in. That's your final thing. Okay, so find the value of P. So these questions always go in the same way. Find the formula, use it. So this is then P equals, we're using this formula, 51.2 over 8 squared. So we've got 64. What is it? 0.8. Okay, trust you. Right. So as long as we form the equations correctly to start with, everything should be alright. So we've got t is directly proportional to the square root of x. So that's t equals k times the square root of x. Alright. But we have to find the k. So find the formula, find the k. So we've got 400 equals k times the square root of 625. So k is equal to 400 over the square root of 625. What is that?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 400 divided by 25 is?
16.
Okay, 16. So then over here we have t equals 16 root x.
Perfecto.
Calculate the value of t when x is. So t equals 16 times the square root of 56.25. Which is?
120.
Now, normally, by the way, so if they wanted to another part C, what do you think they would do to give another stage? Pardon? Make you calculate x. They would give you t and make you solve for x. That would be another part to it. Right. When a photograph's taken, exposure time t is directly proportional to the square of the size. Lots of people, when it's written in this way, kind of forget about the square. They just go, they read t directly proportional f, and they just write without doing the squared. So don't forget that. So we've got 0.02 equals k times f squared. 8 squared is 64. So k is 0.02 over 64, which is
0.0003.
Okay. So our formula is t is
All of that.
okay. Now, if we wanted to, we could write in standard form. So 3.13 times 10 to the power of
4.
okay times 10 to the negative 4, and then
Times
f squared.
Yes.
Don't have to because it doesn't ask, but we could do that. Again, calculate value of f when t is that. So this one's the other way around then, yeah? So we've got 0.00098 equals 0.000313 times f squared. So we're being asked to do it the other way around.
And then you divide that by that.
Okay. So we've got 0.0098 over.
Taylor. Get it, kill it. We should win
That'll be my one.
it.
So we've got the square root of all of that, haven't we? Is equal to f. And what did you get? Anything?
5.6.
Pardon? 5.6?
It's 5.60. 366. 5.508. No. It would be 5.9553.
So 5.5.
5953.
59553. Okay, which to three significant figures would be?
5.60.
Okay. If you're in doubt what to write, put the unrounded version and then round it. Always put both. Are we ready to carry on, or do you want to?
Yes, please.
Okay. Y is equal to kx cubed. So then 250 equals k times 10 cubed is 1,000. So k is 250 divided by 1,000, which just happens to be
0.25.
0.25, or a quarter. Alright, doesn't really matter, but we then have, you see, for y in terms of x. So that's wrong. X equals shouldn't be like that. So we should have y equals x cubed over 4. Or y equals 0.25 x cubed, or y equals a quarter x cubed. All of them are fine, yeah? You happy with? I mean, for me, most importantly is you understanding the relationship, how you can write one of those two ways.
Okay.
So then calculate the value of x when y is 54. So 54 equals a quarter times x cubed. So that would be 54 times 4 is x cubed. So we've got the cube root of 54 times 4. Has anyone done that?
If this one hadn't messed me up,
So let's check that.
oh, 216.
216, yeah?
Oh, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes. Say it again, sorry.
I had a different formula, but I got the same answer.
What was your formula?
I did 54 over 0.25.
The answer.
Yes, because if I...
The answer's 6. Yep, it is.
The answer's 6, so that should be the cube root equals 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'd have written it like this, look, 54 is equal to 0.25 x cubed, I would have had 54 over 0.25 is x cubed. If I'd have had 54 equals x cubed over 4, I times the 4, and that's where I get 54 times 4. Okay. If I'd have had 54 is a quarter x cubed, I'd have had 54 divided by a quarter. But dividing by a quarter is the same as timesing by 4. So
If I've written that formula
it's fine. They're all equivalent. As long as... Right, so just to say, everyone, what would not be acceptable up here for this question, so any of these would be absolutely fine, but I would not be accepting, I doubt, for the final mark, x cubed over, sorry, why you would want to do it. So it's for this question. You would never divide by a fraction and leave it like that. That's not appropriate in this sense anyway. But for here, for instance, if part of my working out is dividing by a quarter, that's fine, but I shouldn't leave it in that form. Alright? All pretty okay, yeah? These questions all fine? Do we think we're ready to... for you to carry on, finish those off, and we'll move on next time to the next thing?
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Wait, what's the next thing?
I'm trying to pick out little bits that we haven't finished, so I don't know yet. Probably sine and cosine graphs. So can you make sure your calculators are fixed, charged, brought with you next time, please?